One of the most asked questions that I get is, how do I find NFT projects early before they blow up? Oftentimes you only stumble across huge projects that seem really exciting to you, for example like hype bears, but unfortunately you enter the Discord or find their Twitter and see that they're already swamped with brand new members, and it's practically going to be impossible to get whitelist access or to actually participate in this actual mint or project. Therefore, finding brand new NFT projects before they skyrocket can be extremely lucrative. And from this, for example, you can become an OG/early member, as for example with Hatebeast, one of the most known and prominent projects to have dropped this year. You can see we have a bunch of OG Hapes, and these guys were some of the early adopters and some of the early people inside of the Discord community, therefore granting them whitelist access. And I do believe they were managed to able to mint 2 Hatebeasts for 0.2 Ethereum, and we can definitely say that has turned out very well for them, minting to approximately 15 Ethereum gains. So it definitely pays off. So let's get right into it. How can you actually find NFT projects early before they blow up? And if you guys are new to my channel, as I do believe there are plenty of new of you guys here, thank you very much for your support. It really means the world to me. And in case you haven't figured out yet, I talk about NFTs, metaverse, crypto gaming. Those are my predominantly expertise areas, as I do believe those are some of the best money making opportunities in the current state of crypto right now. And if you guys enjoy the content and enjoy these type of videos, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we've already mentioned the topic, but in this video, we're going to be focusing on predominantly the Ethereum and OpenSea blockchain. And this whole same concept does apply to different blockchains such as Phantom, AVAX, etc., the whole principles, and also Solana. But we're going to be creating a separate video dedicated towards Solana with the exclusive tools for that ecosystem. But the main concepts and core principles still do apply, just the tools are going to be simply different. So let's get started. First things first, we want to determine, before actually doing the proper research and finding out which project we want to get into, we want to determine and establish what actually makes a good NFT project. Therefore, with hundreds of brand new NFT projects, whether it's on Ethereum, Solana, wherever you name it, popping up daily, it's really difficult, especially as an NFT beginner, to distinguish good projects from the bad ones. And believe me, the longer and more active you are in the space, the easier it gets to have a better judgment and a better mind, and just practically, while seeing the project, already know, has this project have potential or does it not? And to help you guys out, to make it a lot easier, here is a rough checklist of what you should look out for when determining if the project is a good one or if it's not. The first quality that I look in for is a good website. Here are the key criteria that I look in for when determining if a project is good or not. First of all, a good website. Number 2, the community and also their activity and engagement. Also, the artwork of the actual project. The team behind the project, the utility of the project, so the use case behind it. Is the project unique or not, or is it a blatant ripoff of a different project that has performed well in the past? And also, last but not least, we're also taking a look at the current NFT trends. So to help you guys get started, we're going to take a look at a few different projects to give you guys a better example of how to go through this particular checklist in a quick run through. So for this, we're going to start off with one of the most popular and most well-known tools that we're also going to talk about in a future video, but also in this video, rarity tools. For those of you guys that are not new to this space, you will all be familiar with the rarity tools. It's a fairly simple and well-known website where it displays not only the top collections, but also the rarity behind different projects, such as, for example, if we take a look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, you can see the different rarity ranked by the different traits that an NFT possesses. But what it is also useful for is the upcoming NFT sales tab. And here on this section, you can see a bunch of upcoming NFT drops, practically almost every single NFT drop, not every single one, you're going to be missing a few here and there, but predominantly the most NFT drops that are dropping today, tomorrow, and throughout the time. You'll see predominantly ETH projects, but also occasional Solana projects. So here we can see a bunch of projects that launched yesterday, such as Zipsy's Supernormal. This project has been doing really well with, I think, 1.8 Ethereum floor. Here you see a bunch of different projects, and you can also take a look at, for example, their according socials. How much is total dropping? What's the mint price? In this case, it's free, 10,000 total, when the price is at 8 p.m. Europe Vienna time. That's where my current location is. The name of the project, a preview of the project, a short description, and also the fitting links, such as the Discord, the Twitter, and also the website. Here you can see this project already has a good indication of the actual active community within Discord. I think the ratio is pretty decent with 13,000 online from 50,000 total members. That's already a good sign, for example. And also the Twitter is also packed with 52,600 followers. That is a good sign. They're relatively active right here, and they have a few people following that I also follow, which is also a great indicator and great sign. here's the website behind the project. Here you can clearly see all the key informations, and they've put a lot of effort into this project as like animating these different sections, which does take quite a bit of time. And we can also see a little bit of a sneak peek behind the artwork, which in my opinion is pretty decent. So this project, in my opinion, would qualify a project to look into a little bit further and find out a little bit more. A section, however, that is missing for me, at least on the website, is the actual team behind this project. So that would be a criteria to look into. Maybe it is displayed on Discord, but obviously as you're going to be watching this video, it's already going to be too late for this project actually dropping, and this is going to be already projects that are dropping soon. So what we want to do is, obviously, if we want to be ahead of the trend, is scroll far down. So we want to see some projects that are a few weeks in advance, ideally, or at least a week in advance, where we can still grind it out and manage to secure whitelist access before it is too late. So we're going to keep on scrolling. I'm going to give you guys a pretty good example right here. So we're already a little bit deeper into February 25th, 26th. And this one, for example, caught my eye. Lewis, Notorious Women themed avatars. We can take a look. They're dropping on the 26th of February for 0.07 Ethereum. That's a pretty good price, not a typical 10,000 collection. And we can take a look at the fitting socials. So a good criteria right here. We already have a few people that are following this project. Obviously, it is still a little bit in advance, a few weeks ahead. So that could ramp up in terms of followers. 10,500 followers, that's a pretty good starting point, as obviously the more followers a project actually does have, that is a better criteria to actually take a look at. Okay, does this project have potential of fully selling out? And as we can already see with this particular page, the engagement is pretty decent already, a few weeks away. And the engagement for this project, 245 likes is okay. 40 likes right here. Obviously could be a little bit better, but it's still not bad in my opinion. In my opinion, the team should take a little bit more time, money, and effort into their hands to actually create a solid looking website. That's the bare minimum. And we can take a look at this website. In my opinion, fairly decent. I mean, you have a few animations right here. The quality of the artwork is displayed right here. We have some different segments. It's clear to read and easy to navigate. So in my opinion, this is a decent website. You can take a look at the utility, what the project is actually promising on delivering. For example, I can already see Lewis token passive income that's also in line with staking. So a good trend right now in the current situation. Collabs, donating, Bored Ape Yacob collection, and we can find out a little bit more behind the project, what sets this project apart, what makes it different, and those kind of things you can establish and determine within the actual roadmap and the utility cases that the team is promising. The artwork, in my opinion, is also pretty solid. We have some great 3D artwork animations, and also we're also in line with the current trend of the market, as we've talked about in a previous video. Right here, as we can see, World of Women was uploaded on the 23rd of January, where one of the key trends was women and also 3D project. And this project is both of these two trends. We don't know how the landscape will be in 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, so keep that in mind. But this currently would be in line with the trends. And lastly, this is also a great sign to see, is that the whole team right here has their fitting socials, such as LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. So that's a great sign that the team isn't hiding in the dark, and you can find out a little bit more behind the actual team. And that is a great sign. That just gives you another sense of security when investing into different projects. Now, if a team isn't necessarily doxed or there is more information, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be rug pull, but it's just better to be on the safe side, as still other projects that don't necessarily have transparent and doxed founders can still perform extremely well. It's just your own way of dealing with these kind of risks and analyzing the risk to reward ratio in your opinion. But I also want to show you guys an example of not so good of a website. In my opinion, this is just a random project that I found on Rarity Tools. Don't want to hate them in any way, but in my opinion, this would be a project that I would not at all want to invest into. The artwork, in my opinion, isn't very good. The website is not good at all, as we can see from this roadmap. Quality wise, it is not good at all. I mean, yes, you have a docs team, but nonetheless, the project would not fall under the criteria of me wanting to invest into this by any means. And also in terms of followers, they're also quite far away. 1,800 followers. That just doesn't cut it. But obviously, at first, when you want to be really early with the project, you obviously can't always only rely on the follower aspect. So now let's transition into different ways how you can actually determine if a project is good or not. So now that I've given you guys an example, let's talk how you can actually do this yourself and find these particular trends and projects early. So the first criteria that we want to talk about is know and discover and find trends. Now, we've covered this particular topic in a previous video right here, as I already mentioned and discussed. This is a must-watch video in my opinion, as I talk about a few of the trends. This part is just going to be a quick run through, as I explained it a lot more in depth and in detail within this video. And basically, if you know the trends and narrative in the whole NFT market, you can really make a lot of money by knowing these trends, discovering brand new projects that follow these trends, are in line with similar projects in the past, and you can really ride the trend wave along with this project and make a lot of money while flipping and investing in the NFTs, especially when getting early into them. But also be careful, as the whole NFT landscape and trends change like this. So it's extremely fast moving market. And for example, some of the trends that are doing really well right now in the current market situation as of watching this video right now would be, for example, women-based NFTs, really kicked off by World of Women. Then you also have a bunch of different projects such as Killer GF that has dropped recently with 1.5 Ethereum floor price, a project that I've also talked about and I'm currently hosting a giveaway as you're watching this video right now. Probably will be no longer live, but I do believe this project will do really well as well. They have 33,000 followers. They're also both 3D and women-based narratives, which also segments me to the next type of project, 3D based projects. Hatebeast and Artifact being one of the first projects to drop a 3D collection. Now it's really become mainstream, the next thing to do for projects. Prime Ape Planet has also done really well with 2.65 Ethereum floor price. Yesterday it was 1.5, so that would have been a great flip for you guys. Also projects like The Other Side that I'm very excited about and have talked about in the past, where like this one, Pathfinders, also looks like a cool project. 3D artwork is also a huge narrative right now, and a lot more time and effort is being put into these type of projects. Another design type that has also been doing really well is like this cool doodle artwork with cool 2D animations. Really a fun, chill vibe. Like for example, Cool Cats really kicked that off. You also had Doodles. Fishy Fam was one of the most recent projects that dropped and did really well in terms of volume and for investors, with a 0.07 Ethereum minting fee, and it was up to 0.7 Ethereum at one point. And also Cool Monkey Genesis, also a good project that falls in line with these type of projects. And a new project that we'll be minting soon that I've also talked about is going to Beings, also is in line with this trend and narrative. And if you can discover these type of projects early, you can really ride the wave out. Also, two more trends that I'm also noticing and following are going to be 3D moving, walking, animated motions, kicked off by Invisible Friends. Obviously they're huge. Then you also have other projects such as Hype Bears, also huge, talked about them. We can see this animation, 10,000 dropping February, and also Imaginary Ones also blew up just like that, 150,000 followers. As we can see, this artwork is a lot more difficult to create, and the hype is deservedly being created right here. And a new trend that I didn't talk about in the previous video that really got kicked off was anime NFT styles, and really kicked off by Azuki, obviously, with a 7.389 floor price, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So everyone that managed to get into Azuki, huge congrats to you guys. And we'll see a lot more projects, such as, for example, Hacky, which I think could be a good one. Before I started recording this video, they had 2,000 less subscribers, so 8,300 already, and this project could be quite big, and you'll see a lot more NFT projects with the anime style be doing well. So this is going to be your chance to catch this early wave. The next section of the video, we're going to be talking about the best tools to use in the NFT space. Some of them paid, some of them free, but we're not going to be going a super deep dive into some of these tools, as I have been preparing a separate dedicated video how to use these tools correctly and which are the best tools for these different aspects. But in this video, we're going to be giving you a quick run through some of the best tools that I use for the exact NFT finding early purpose. So I will be creating a separate video for this exact topic, also for Solana NFTs, as obviously those are two different ecosystems. But here are some of my favorites for finding NFTs early. Number one, rarity tools. We've talked about this. This is the most well-known, and you'll see the most different projects right here, but you'll also see a lot of poor projects here as well. Another tool that not a lot of people talk about is going to be NFT Go. You can find a bunch of new projects right here. This also has a bunch of different utilities, the best all-in-one analytics platform. This is one of my favorite tools to use. You can see market cap, volume, traders. So this is a very stat-heavy based platform. Also what whales are buying, NFT drops, what you can see right here. A quick summary of some of the best, most promising NFT drops right here. Newly added, explore NFTs, and also the rarity ranking is incredible for this particular website. And here you can find a lot more information such as analytics, all the ranking, market data, NFTs, upcoming NFTs. You can really sort out and play around with this particular tool and drops. But we'll focus on drops right here, and you can scroll through. You can check out their social media. You have a countdown, the price totals, etc. So you can also find projects on different ecosystems on this tool as well. The next tool is IC Tools, also one of my favorite tools that I use on a daily basis. Here you can sort by top trending NFT projects that are really doing a lot in volume, moving up in floor, minting a lot of brand new projects. So you can filter by a bunch of different criteria. I do believe the free version is up to 1 hour, so you can do 2 hours, 12 hours. But if you want to be more of a frequent trader, you'll have to upgrade to the paid version. such as to see 5 minutes, 1 minute, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, etc. And here you can see like the floor, the average, the volume, the sales, and you'll be ranked up by the most sales by different NFT collections. So you can really see which NFTs are popping off, which NFT sales are getting a lot of volume towards them, maybe look into flipping these projects, or alternatively, which of them are minting a lot. Next up is also a pretty cool platform in my opinion, Minty Score, also relatively undiscovered. Not a lot of people use this. Find project with high seller potential. Here, some of the top drops, and basically the community votes how they perceive the actual value and the success of these different drops. So for example, these have 99 minties, obviously invisible friends, everyone knows it's going to be huge. Squiggles, also 98, Hype Bears, Dape, Karafuru NFT, Monster Ape Club, Voyagers Unknown, MIP, the one that we took a look at earlier. So some of the projects that I've talked about, and here you can also see some of today's drops, and basically you see the mints determining the higher the mints, obviously the better the project is in the perceived value of the Minty Score community. Also some whitelist news. So you have a lot more news right here to see, and you can also head on over to the ranking. So this is a pretty cool website in my opinion. You can find out a lot of data behind the actual project, also to see how big their actual follower sizes are, which in my opinion is pretty much important, and you can vote on the actual website what you think of them. You can also see the Discord members, Twitter followers, something that you can't really see on every single website, such as Rarity tools. So here, have a browse for yourself. In my opinion, a pretty cool website to use as well. Here, another feature that is somewhat similar to Minty Score, in my opinion, a little bit worse, but still nonetheless also a good. Here you can also filter by Twitter followers, Discord members, and also the rating of the project, also determined by the actual community. And obviously you'll find more information such as when is it dropping, what time is it dropping, what's going to be the price, the countdown, etc. So more information right here, somewhat in a calendar format. So these are some of my favorite tools that I use to find NFT projects early. Next up, and probably in my opinion the most important and the easiest step how to actually find NFT projects early, is going to be utilizing Twitter and Discord. Now I know that's probably no huge surprise to you guys, but it's just simply one of the best ways, maybe even the best free way to do it. So you practically dive deep into the whole NFT space, immerse yourself really, and just follow the right people, interact with them, build up a community, and just spend a lot of time on Twitter and Discord, and practically you'll see brand new projects popping up just like that. And ultimately there aren't really any shortcuts, except maybe one solution, but more on that later. So my recommendation is spend as much time on Twitter and Discord, obviously focus on NFT/crypto Twitter, and my recommendation would be obviously to follow yours truly if you aren't yet. Daily giveaways, lots of value of course, but also focus on some of the people that I follow, because I follow them for a reason. You'll see a bunch of good projects that I want to get into, and obviously some good influencers that I follow, and believe me, there's a good reason why I do follow them. And not only by following these type of different projects and these type of different people, you manage to find these NFT projects early, or they have been doing trending well, or there's a potential for them to really skyrocket in price, you're going to be ahead of the curve. And especially for good influencers or good projects, make sure to turn on notifications to act real quick. And also in most cases, you'll be able to find a bunch of new projects when actually interacting or following new projects by under this section. For example, you might like, as we can see right here, you might like Muri NFT. I'll take a look at it. What is it? And it looks like it could be an anime NFT style project, as we can see right here, would be aligned with the trends, and 9,000 followers. A few people that I follow also follow them. The Discord is now live. The website, we can find out a lot more about this project, and could be one of the first early adopters to this project, so this could be also a potential way. And just by utilizing this simple strategy, you can find a bunch of new projects, just as for example, in the past few weeks, I managed to stumble across The Other Side, Babes Clan, Imaginary Ones, and Gaming Apes, all under 10,000 followers at the given time. So if you're active, if you're currently interacting and follow a bunch of these guys, and you can see like projects right here on the side, you can find a bunch of great projects to get into. And last but not least, the only shortcut in my opinion to the whole NFT space, somewhat of a life hack, are going to be alpha groups. And for those of you that don't know what alpha groups are, real simple, they are practically a community of different individuals. In most cases, these are going to be paid groups, whether it's going to be like a pass such as Champs Only or Plug Pass, two great examples for sure, where they consistently provide value to the community. And basically alpha groups are somewhat more of a tight-knit community of different experts or different people that are very passionate and immersed into this field, talking about the latest upcoming NFTs and discussing some of the latest trends and best market opportunities. Obviously, you don't have to be in alpha groups to really succeed in the NFT space, but it really saves a lot of time, and I'm in a bunch as well. And in my opinion, it really is practically the best NFT life hack in the current NFT market space right now. Especially if you take a look at Plug Pass or Champs Only, these are only two examples. You also have a bunch of different ones, such as by Amir Hussein. These come in different forms and sizes, but can also be, for example, like the Plug Pass or Champs Only, as we've talked about, where they not only provide value throughout the community through interactive communications and also building a great community, discussing about different topics, hopping on voice chats, building, friendships as well, but also they provide huge whitelists to different projects, such as, for example, I think Plug Pass managed to provide 200 plus Metaverse whitelist spots for 0.1 Ethereum, and Metaverse is currently trading at 1.5 Ethereum floor price. And a lot of you guys have been asking me personally in the comment section down below. I've teasered it a bunch of times for my own private alpha group, and I'm happy to announce, I'm very excited to announce that it will be dropping sometime next week. And it will be a very limited alpha group, as I do want to really build it up from the ground together with you guys, and I don't want to overflow it with too many people. I want to build a solid community and make it scarce, make it something of insane value. So it will be extremely limited in spots, and it will be dropping sometime next week. The total amount of spots and the exact drop time is not yet determined, but definitely keep an eye out by turning on the notifications on Twitter and also YouTube, because it will be first come, first serve. And on top of that, I've been in the works with my team and collaborating with a bunch of different projects in talks with them as well. Some of the biggest projects in the NFT space right now. And I've also been thinking, should I also create something like Champs Only or the Plug Pass, as these two fantastic influencers have done in the past, creating a massive value for their actual community. I've been in talks with some huge projects already, and I can say if you guys would want to see that, you guys would definitely not be disappointed. Very excited to have this in the works already. And let me know if this would actually be of any interest to you. So definitely leave a comment and like down below if that would be of any interest to you. So that gives me a better idea if I should drop something like that in the near future or not. So that's all, folks. These are my best hacks, tips, and trips to find NFT projects early before they blow up. Let me know what you guys thought about this particular video. I spent a lot of time and effort to create this video. So if you guys did enjoy it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That really mean the world to me. Turn on notifications on Twitter and YouTube to not miss out on the private alpha group drop. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time with another banger. See you soon. Bye-bye.